right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pub Table Racers, episode number 41. 41, so we are rolling. All right, tonight's show, we welcome all of you. Tonight's show, we have on with us Ford Martin. Grew up in the garage with us. He's the son of Gil Martin, legendary crew chief, second winningest crew chief at Richard Childress Racing. He's going to talk about him working at Fox Sports and also the incredible iRacing league that he has built called Monday Night Racing. Sitting next to us, we have a driver in the house, NASCAR Xfinity driver the number 6 TikTok car, Ryan Vargas, one of the up-and-coming guys. Up-and-coming guys. So that's what we have going on tonight. Stick around. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we have some announcements to make, too. And we welcome all of you, and thanks for being there. Hope everyone's staying safe and doing well. Warren Brosell is sitting right there. My name's Tim Packman. We're the hosts of this, correct?
The host,
Host. Warren, why do we have a bucket of beer sitting there?
We have a bucket of beer here because this is Pub Table Racers. We like to drink beer and talk about racing.
Why Miller Highlight? Because our good friend Bobby Allison.
Bobby Allison.
Is our hero.
Grown up is our hero.
And we both worked from some capacity. You worked with him back in the ASA days?
In the ASA 80s, yep.
And I wrote a book with him, and I never went away. So I'm still there. So
all right.
He had a birthday last week.
You guys got to cheers us.
Got to cheers us.
You got to cheers Bobby.
So Ryan is 20, just turned 20, so he has a bottle of water.
Right.
That's it. Ford's 25.
It could be straight vodka.
Gil and Rhonda, he's an adult. He can do what he wants. So this show is brought to you. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, very important. I yelled out.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have one either. Here we go.
You're behind. They are. Come on now.
I'm never behind.
I've waited a whole week to have a beer.
I always have a couple.
There you go.
The last beer I had was last week's show.
Oh.
Kidding. All right, so this show is brought to you
I
by
haven't had my last beer.
Lake Norman Patio and Game Rooms in Brawley School Road.
Be throwing a shovel full of dirt on me when I have mine.
Come on, man. We're going to be super serious here.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Folks.
Just be yourself. All right, Lake Norman Patio Game Rooms is our title sponsor. They're located at Brawley School Road in Mooresville. Go check them out. Go see Brad and JoJo. They have an incredible amount of specials going on right now. A great display of everything, upstairs, downstairs, outdoor patio furniture, around your pool, fire pits, games galore.
Yeah.
We've been there. We did a show there, and he renovated. So go check them out.
Nice stuff, cool stuff.
Very cool
Good
stuff.
Christmas stuff.
Yeah. And you know what? If you want to buy it for someone else, buy it for yourself. You made the money, right?
Right.
Hi everybody, this is Tim Packman from Pub Table Racers, coming to you from Lake Norman Patio and Game Room. I'm coming to you to one of their awesome, incredible pub tables. I'm here with the owner, Brad Doan. Brad, one of our sponsors of the show. Brad, let's take people around and show them exactly what it is you have here, so our viewers and website followers can know what you have to come down and get some of these great items.
Fantastic idea, Tim.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this is one of our top sellers. That is all powder-coated cast aluminum. Okay, comes with 4 swivel bar stools.
Gotta have the swivel.
Got to have the swivel. Actually, a nice footrest down below here to demonstrate that. This is great 42-inch top with an umbrella hole for your 9-foot umbrella. That's an Adirondack-style bar chair. Again, a swivel bar stool, Tim. And that comes in many different color options. There's a few of the color samples right on top.
Very good.
It's marine-grade polymer and maintenance-free, lifetime warranty, Amish-made, Tim, one of our best sellers.
Okay, here's a nice outdoor fireplace, you call it?
Well, that
Fire
is
pit,
a propane fire pit,
Okay.
Tim. Commercial grade, high BTUs, all-weather unit. Of course, comes with optional colored glass, which we'll actually throw in and give you.
Ooh.
And many different options on seating around the fire pit.
Very good. So the Adirondack chairs like we see right here?
Yeah, we sell a
Popular.
ton of those. Let me
Yeah.
just go over here. We just got about 50 of these in the other day.
50 of them.
These are folding Adirondack chairs with a lifetime warranty out of the marine grade polymer. We have some different pub tables and bar tables outside, Tim.
This one's nice. Everyone can sit right at it together.
Yeah, that's very nice. Stainless steel. Of course, painted in any color you want. Built-in 4 seats. That's one of our balcony chairs. It's a little shorter than a standard bar chair. And of course, chaise lounges. All different color options on those. 20-year warranty on the chaise lounges.
Okay.
One of the many bars that we sell, Tim. This is a smaller one, a 4-footer. Comes with swivel bar stools. And you can do any color combination. Look at that. That's great. A footrest. Yeah, really great little unit. And we sell a lot of those different colors. These are the bar hide chairs, Tim, in the poly. Here's a vintage bumper pool table that just came in. And here's a video game over here with 60 arcade games built in.
For sale?
For sale.
Oh.
Everything in here is for sale.
Okay.
We do a lot of deep seating as well. Sunbrella fabric, which is all weather.
Perfect.
And lots of options here, Tim.
All right, well, do us a favor, Pub Table Racers, go to lknpatio.com, check out all the great things. If you're in the Mooresville, Lake Norman area, come out on Brawley School Road, your canvas backing up, come in, see Brad and JoJo, and tell them Pub Table Racers sent you. Thank you,
Yes,
Brad.
Joe. Thanks, Tim. See you soon, everybody.
Also, this is brought to you by The Garage Shop. Aaron Brown and our friends over there, Tim Clements. Go check them out, thegarageshop200.com. He's involved with rebuilding Dodge Daytonas, also doing a Talladega.
Land speed stuff.
And speed records, Bonneville salt flats,
yeah.
and the car collection.
Just
is
a little
over
bit of
there.
everything.
A little
It's
bit of
phenomenal.
Modifieds are over there.
Yeah.
Darrell Waltrip's 1978 modified Daytona winning car is in the lobby. When you walk in, oh, there's Darrell's car.
A lot of good handcrafted stuff.
We are going to get over there and do a show. We're going to do a show live from there, so you guys can see that. We have another announcement coming up tomorrow. Really big partnership we are starting tomorrow. We can't say what it is, but let's just say if you have any racing junk around your garage, you want to buy any racing junk,
Right, or junk in the trunk that you need to
That's a-
get rid of.
that's a different. Oh, in the trunk of your
trunk.
Oh, okay, God, I thought
What do
you
you
were.
think I'm talking about? It's a
Nothing.
family show.
With you gotta keep on your toes.
Oh, yeah.
Anyhow, so tomorrow morning, look for a special announcement coming up, and something we're pretty excited about. Hey everybody, this is Tim and Warren from Pub Table Racers. A lot of you have been asking, hey, what other merchandise do you have? We have hats, t-shirts, stickers, kids' books. We have it. Let's just show them, Warren. Show them the hats real quick.
Hats.
So they're the white, vented,
Right?
back, snapback, trucker style. And
They
also
come in
what?
small, medium, and large.
Depending how you snap them, that's good. Also, we have our black t-shirts, Pub Table Race t-shirts in large, extra large, and double XL. Warren, we also have left. Which ones we have?
These are the heather gray, the
Heather
beautiful
gray.
heather gray.
Very soft, nice. It's good. So
I have one
those.
on.
You have one on.
My
tonight?
favorite.
That's it. We have those available. Also, people ask about the children's book I wrote, award-winning children's book. I can say that. This is the paperback version, and this is the activity book for kids, and you can see that. And also, what do we have brand new, Warren? Stickers. $3 you can get a sticker. You can put it on,
Put it on
your
your car,
notebook,
your motorcycle.
motorcycle.
Right, sure.
You can put it on your bucket of beer, whatever you want to
Right.
do. We don't care. So check us out. It's on the website. The store's right there. Log in, order. We'll ship it right to you. So there you go, folks. Pub Table Racers merchandise. Thanks. So let's get to it. All right, Ford's going to be with us for a little while. He has to.
I have a job, real life work.
He's got a prior commitment.
Prior-
He's the smart one.
He's a smart one. So yeah. So first
work
of all, Ford, Warren and I are talking. We've known you like since when you're 25. I say since you're like 3, 4, 5 years old, somewhere in there. And we have literally watched you grow up in the garage, NASCAR garage. So your dad, let's touch upon him real quick, Gil Martin. So I pulled some stats on him, and I didn't realize in the Cup Series, 475 starts, 16 wins, a couple guys named Harvick and Boyer, and he won with Robbie Gordon.
Yeah.
That deserved 2
On
medals right there.
Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the one. When he did the burnout, that odd colored smoke.
Yeah,
Yeah. Must have
we
been.
all speculate on things there, but
No,
congratulations.
It was the cold asphalt, right? You want,
Nothing to do with the tires?
No, nothing at all.
Maybe one day I'll get that out of Gil.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe we should get him on here and fill him up with some highlights.
You brought a good tire.
Yes, they did.
They just knew which one to bring.
Perfect. And also in the Xfinity Series, he has 186 starts there, and 180 starts, 8 wins, and also he has 1 truck start, 1 truck win with Kevin Harvick, and it was 2012 at Phoenix. So 1 and done. I'm out of here soon. That's it. So Ford, first of all, what was it like growing up in the NASCAR garage? I mean, it's had to be a surreal playground for you.
It really was. Growing up through almost my entire life, it was about whether it's being at MRO, Motor Racing Outreach. There's so many different places that was in the garage area. I mean, I looked at it as basically everybody was my babysitter, almost.
Right.
I tell you, and you and Warren probably has 1,000 stories of this. Probably. But when I was a kid, when I first came up, I tell you what, anything that you can do to a kid to bully, quote unquote, and it wasn't actually real bullying, it was just messing around,
Picking
on. I
Right.
like to call it a little bullying, but
Okay.
whatever. But that's being bear bonded to the ceiling in a holler, to being wire tied. My ankles and my wrists were wire tied, and I was in an office chair, sitting in the middle of a Talladega garage with a helmet on me, with tape over my helmet, and had "geek" written on my shirt. So everybody walked by and I said, "That poor kid, is he okay?" And he said, "Oh no, oh that's just Ford. He's okay."
That's just four.
They call
so-
it hazing.
He's
now.
okay.
No, that would be called abuse if you arrested for that.
Yeah.
See what you missed?
Yeah.
You know, right before I went to High Point University for college, I was told that like, hey, you can go to these little frats and you'll be hazed a little bit. So I hope you're okay with that. So trust me, I've been hazed my whole life. High Point's got nothing
These
on
guys
me.
can do a little bit of that.
You
Huh?
probably got through and go, is that it? That's all you had?
Yeah.
So how much therapy did you have to go through to get over those left in the garage, Talladega garage, taped up?
I'd tell you, it was a lot,
Yeah.
but it was still a blast altogether. We enjoyed it. But I tell you, anything that you can think of that you can do to a kid, Harvick taped me. I mean, it was pretty bad, but we survived. We made it through.
So what did your dad and what did your mom say about all that?
My dad, I mean, it could be a serious race day.
Yeah.
I think it was 2008. He was aboard one of the playoff races, I believe, and when he was third points, and it was a serious race day, and he looked at me and saw me. I was all taped up. My dad was just like, really? And he just kept on.
I could see that.
He just kept on going.
He
So
just said, really?
Yeah.
Like you did it to yourself.
You let him
right?
do that to you?
Yeah.
Really, kid?
so that was me.
That's perfect. All right.
I'll tell you real quick though. Even back at the RCR shop, the same thing happened where I was
Sure.
taped up in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and they had people at RCR where you can look out and you can kind of see the
Oh
floor,
yeah,
of
the
the
walk,
car,
Yeah,
the walkway you can look down.
Fan walk.
Fan
the
walk. Thank you.
museum,
That was it, yeah.
and they would see me down there and had geek or something written on it,
Right.
and then people had, I think it was about 4 or 5 people went and told the receptionist, "There's someone who died."
Oh yeah, that's just.
And they
Ford.
said, "Is it a kid?" I said, yeah, I said, "That's Ford Martin's little son. It's okay."
Oh my god.
It's okay, don't mind him.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
So,
Wow.
so you know this
Ask for
though,
help, just
Yeah.
don't look.
right? You know this. If we didn't like you, we wouldn't have done that
Right.
stuff to you.
Oh, wow.
We would have just stayed away
Sure.
from it and said, "Oh, that's that miserable Ford." You know what I mean? No, we'd rather have fun with you, and
Yeah, exactly.
you were kind of one of the guys, even when you were a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's. I guess that'd be a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So as you're getting older, you're on the racing thing. What was it like having your dad as a crew chief? Because on the TV and you're around all these famous people. So you went to school. What was that like for you? When you went, like kids. How was your summer? You're like, never mind. I'll tell you later.
Well, I'll tell you, my dad was a crew chief for a long time. And when you're a crew chief, you like to micromanage things. I'm 25 years old, and he still loves to micromanage me. Warren, you probably know a lot about
I do, but your dad's I respect the hell out of him. And you know what? I'm 55 years old, and my dad still micromanages
sure.
me.
Yeah.
So it's not. I think it's their nature. Never take it the wrong way. Always, just do the best you can
Right.
and make them proud. And I know you are. So
I tell you, it's and I enjoyed it as a kid growing up. I mean, I always looked forward to going to the racetrack all the time. Look forward to doing this, doing that, and obviously he was pretty helpful with me and my short racing career, which was I think 3-4 years, and then obviously I ran out of talent.
What did you?
That's why I'm on iRacing now. 'Cause I could've taken it all.
now wait a minute. I remember you going over to this road course go-kart place.
GoPro Motorplex.
GoPro
Yeah.
and beating some pretty heavy hitters at times. So, I always thought maybe you didn't run out of talent, you run out of money, because that's usually what happens first. Your talent can only take you so far, and then your wall's got to take you the rest of the way. We see this now, So yeah, I mean, you know the story.
So you raced for a few years, and what did you race in mostly?
I raced most at Millbridge. We ran bot stocks, I ran flat carts, and then I ran legends for about, I think it was a year in the summer shootout in 2013. Just did it for a little bit. I mean, this is back before Millbridge was really like
Nobody.
Big,
Right.
yeah.
This is back when I think it was the wall off turn 2 was more of a ramp to go down to this creek at the very bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's back when I was racing Millbridge.
Yeah.
But overall, no, like just growing up, I mean, I loved being with my dad, and he was always, very supportive, and like I said, even though he does micromanage me, things like trying to get a house, or if it's trying to do things, I know he cares about me a
Right.
lot, but sometimes it's kind of like, you look at your phone, you see the phone call was an hour and 30 minutes, and you're like, oh gosh, are we still talking? So,
That's good.
That's
So
about 2
I-
months with my dad, but not in that bad way, but just how you have your conversations.
Yeah.
I was on the Kevin Harvick team the last year at RCR with Gil, and actually this was the first year of Austin,
Okay.
and we sat on a pole for Daytona 500.
Yep.
And your dad, your dad and I think we respect each other. We're close to the same age. I think your dad respects me as a fab guy and as a mechanic and stuff. And we sat on the pole, so Gil's taking us out, and we went to the wing house, and he says, all right, here's the deal. You can all have one beer, because we're on the pole, we gotta be serious tomorrow. It's Daytona 500. And she came around, and I said, can I get a picture of Miller Lite? And it was one, and Gil said, yes. And then he says, and only Warren can have that
'Cause they
picture.
knew.
The rest of you guys get one.
With him present.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to bed.
But yeah, so and that's my best Gil story.
What's
besides-
he doing now?
I mean, there's 1,000 of them.
he's a farmer,
Okay.
so he's been farming.
Is he still in the area? Or is he back in
Fishing.
Tennessee?
He's back in Salisbury.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what he's doing. He loves doing it. That's what he's got going for him right now.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
So you have done some broadcasting along the way, correct?
Yeah, I've been doing some broadcasting. Went to High Point University as a sports broadcasting major.
Right.
And I was their play-by-play guy there for 4 years. Did stuff
For
for ESPN
okay,
and for
good.
High Point University.
Good.
And was on MRN for a little bit. And
Remember that.
obviously Fox wanted me to kind of put more attention on my work there, and which I understand, and because they pay the bills. So
Sure.
and so just kind of more pay attention to Fox. But right now, as far as some broadcasts, I'm doing some stuff with ESPN this coming fall.
Good.
With some college basketball at Winthrop University.
Good.
So right now, that's what I kind of going from right there. So
So what is it you do? I'm sorry. What does you do at Fox now?
So for Fox, I'm a digital content producer. So whether it's being college basketball, which is kind of the reason why won't be here too
Yeah.
long.
Right.
We
Yeah.
get it.
We got
And we
teams
understand.
like Seton Hall and Warner playing, and Kansas and Creighton playing
Yeah.
tonight. So we got to cut highlights of those games tonight and post them to online. But
Okay.
basically that, NASCAR on Fox highlights. You'll see anything you'll see as far as NFL on Fox or NBA or anything like that. I'll take those highlights, we'll post those social media, and we'll put it on there. So that's
Good for you.
Yeah,
We
that's
knew
awesome.
you'd
Go
do
for it.
something after we taped you today.
Exactly.
You're just absorbing everything. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about
Working
the
with tape.
So
Already taped
nice. I just called you. Oh, I'll give you the golf clap on that one. All right. So fast forward. So talk about both of you here on the iRacing. So
Yeah.
you formed. It's called Monday Night. What's it? Monday Night Racing.
Monday Night Racing. Yes.
Okay. What is that? Just tell us, because the iRacing thing is what we're going to talk about. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for the way this iRacing league, it's called Monday Night Racing, presented by Tough Go Flooring. And it's a league that is only for NASCAR industry members only. So it's not going to be for your typical fan in West Virginia or in Texas or
Right.
anything. It's going to kept to motorsports industry folks only. And
Could I do it as a fab guy?
Yeah, but like
No, I'm not gonna.
we'll
Trust
at
me.
the race we had last night, I'm not sure we can have many more new people.
I got
no
you.
offense.
No, don't worry. I ain't doing it. My hand-eye coordination.
You
Went
can
south.
go like this or
Right.
like this. That's perfect.
But no, we had,
I made it to my mouth again.
but no, we have guys. Whether it's being from a mechanic from Kyle Busch Motorsports,
Right.
we have a spotter in the IndyCar series. We have obviously Ryan here racing the Xfinity series. We have Kyle Busch that races with us. We have Ron Capp from NHRA
Really?
races.
Jeez.
Races with us. Chad Reed Supercross champion
Yeah.
race. So we have a lot of these guys that races, whether it's being broadcast and mechanics, and that's who we try to keep it open to. And I tell you, it started out just being for fun,
Right.
and then all of a sudden we got some TV going. We're like, hey, let's have a playoffs. Why not?
Right.
Let's try it. So we did this, and it grew, and we got guys like Bob Jenkins got on it, Alan Bestwick. 2 weeks ago we had Adam Alexander. Last night we had Dave Moody
Jeez.
that was on it. So it's gotten bigger.
I did it a couple times too.
Is
Then
there
before you guys
is there a purse involved yet, or anything like that, or is it just for fun right now?
It's there is going to be some rewards at the end of the season, and that includes, as far as the champion, winning a Big Green Egg. Rob D'Amico from Big Green Egg.
Okay.
Oh, the grill,
He's putting
okay.
up a Big Green Egg grill.
Maybe we should put up a hat in a mug or something.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Come on.
So the
What
fifth
do y'all
place
think
guy.
But we try to we're trying to figure out ways to improve it. I mean, heck, we're even having a banquet at the end of the season. I know through a pizzeria is going to
Nice.
allow us to have sponsoring a race to have.
I'd like to go over that just to see how that
Petition
goes
for it to
down.
be at Chuck E. Cheese.
You just got to be done before 9 o'clock.
Yeah, starting Friday. Yeah.
If you're at Chuck E. Cheese, whack-a-mole stops at 9. That's it.
But we really grew the league, and
Good.
it's gotten so much bigger, and it's caught a lot of attention. And we even had, as far as a couple weeks ago at Vegas, we had 12,000 people.
12,000
as far
people
as
watching?
unique viewers, whether it's being Facebook, Twitch,
Wow.
YouTube, Twitter, all that put together, 12,000 views, and
That's
even
great.
call it's called iRacing's attention now, where they're starting
Right.
to help us a little bit
Good,
as far as
good.
everything, and it's. We've grew the league, and we have a lot of new people come in, like Connor Daly, and we had Stefan Wilson from the IndyCar series, and a lot of different people have raced with us, and Garrett Smithley, which I know Ryan will talk a little bit about him in particular tonight.
Okay, got it. There's a story I smell.
So it's grown so much, and as far as our goal, we want to grow as much as we can, and I would like to see it on live TV, because esports right now, especially with all the lockdowns going on,
Yes.
is growing. It's
Right.
getting bigger.
Sure.
And I mean, you're seeing, and that's that. You're talking about like World of Warcraft, Rocket League, Fortnite championships are
Yeah.
being broadcast
Oh,
on
it's huge.
ESPN2
It's
and
huge.
stuff. And that's the goal I want to take it. Like I want to take it, get it big as big as possible. And I think right now so far we're on a good track. I've been trying to plead to a little bit to MAV TV a little bit
Yeah.
to try and see if we can get some of our races on there. And
People are starving right now for
it's,
some racing.
exactly
Oh, yeah.
so that's what we're taking
Especially
advantage of
this
now.
time of year.
This time of year, perfect.
You know what I mean? We're all like, there's no racing on, and
Right.
even when we have the iRacing on with the COVID,
Yeah.
people watch.
Watch it.
I
We
watched.
watched.
Because there was nothing else to watch.
Watch.
You know, and not saying that was why I was watching. It was like, well, okay, this is the only racing we can
Yeah.
watch, and we can hear them talk.
Right.
And, we can hear you guys talk, so that's cool.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I'll even butt in too. Like once we kind of went into lockdown, like once the Atlanta race got shut down, I got with two of my buddies, Austin Blair and John Palmieri, who runs a graphic design, his own graphic design called Speed Visions. We put together a race called E-Truck Series Night in America, and that went from being us three just kind of brainstorming and saying, hey, let's try something here, get
Sure.
people a show, have some fun. We ended up running trucks at Atlanta. It went from that to being, at the time, to within a day we had a title sponsor, presenting sponsors, broadcast partners, names, locked-in drivers,
So
and
there's
we
a
ended
market.
up- It was insane,
Yeah.
and we opened up the entry to the fans. We wanted it to be anyone can do it, and within 1 hour we had to close it because we had 300 people enter
Within an hour?
within an hour.
Okay.
So we had to do a long night of LCQs.
Yeah.
But we found the show. We got it broadcasted. It got broadcasted by iRacing.com, and it ended up getting upward of 22,000 viewers.
That's amazing.
At the time, it was one of the
You
highest
don't need a
races.
fire suit. You don't need a
Right.
helmet.
Yeah,
No.
just a big
You need a
setup.
game. You need a good gaming computer and a decent
And-
steering wheel.
And the best part about it was that there was fans racing up front
Yeah.
with guys like Ray Alfalo, who's the iRacing champion. You had Ruben Garcia, who's a Mexico Series champion. You had, Cup and Xfinity Series drivers all racing together with fans. It was pretty
Sure.
cool.
Yeah,
So what makes
fans
the
love
money?
that.
I'm sorry. What makes the Monday Night Series so attractive? Just the names that you have in there, the fact that all these people are in there. Because you're in there. Who else? Smithley's in there. So
Yeah.
So I gotta ask. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, like guys like Kyle Busch that races with us, and we've had like Bob Jenkins, Alan Bestwick broadcast
yeah.
as well. And I think what makes the league unique, it's not doing Cup Series cars the whole season. I mean, we're going around, we're making some changes, and like last night we had super late models at Michigan. Next week we're at Street Stocks at Phoenix Legacy.
Now you're talking Mike.
Phoenix Legacy, going back to the old Phoenix Legacy.
Yeah,
yeah.
New-
Okay, got it.
and we've had we've made a couple schedule changes today just because of the group, and it's gotten so much bigger and so many cars are in it. And we've had to go and do last chance qualifiers for people to make the show, and the week after that we go to Knoxville with the trucks, and
good.
so we're trying to
Is
get
there medallions? Are you selling medallions yet? Or is there, I'm kidding.
Get it?
Well, I made the show. I got a medallion.
Oh, you mean like so like work? I get
No,
it.
you got to race your way in, folks.
Yeah.
So you,
Like the old
Ryan,
days.
you're involved in
Yes.
so your competitive nature. Now, do you drive it all for, or just kind of run?
Yeah, I'm racing it.
Okay, got it.
I've had a very okay season. I'm
Okay.
like 6 in points.
All right, that's
it's been
not
like
bad.
6, 7, 6, 10
All right,
so far.
that's good.
So we'll
Yeah,
take it.
I can't say the same.
And how's our full-time
You
driver,
get
Ryan
some-
Harris,
Oh,
doing?
he had a night.
You get some of them
I
New
I-
Hampshire tires.
My
for your old
night,
man.
my Monday night iRacing series hasn't gone too well this season. Talladega was good; it was fine. But then I had to miss one race, which I used as a drop week.
Right.
But then we went to Indy Cars at Montegi last week, so we raced
Really?
Indy Cars at the Japan
Okay.
racetrack, and I had probably one of the weirdest iRacing glitches to where it locked me in my pit box, and I couldn't get out of the pit box. So I took a gracious last place finish.
That's
Were you,
kind of
and then-
frustrating.
were you flipping them up? Read between the lines.
So I had to take probably the worst last place finish ever. Then we go to this weekend. Went from 30th to the front, leading the thing. My boy, old Smithley,
Jared Smithley, yep.
decided I was going to be his brake pedal, and it was fun. He texted me. He apologized.
Sure, so
we're
you're still
good.
treating it right. Yeah.
But it was.
So we're apologizing about online
Well, yeah,
racing.
I mean, it's racing.
Oh, I mean, I was
That's
gonna
what
take.
you guys got to do.
I was going to take him out.
You
of
might
Phoenix.
be too
I mean,
young for this
You don't
thing.
need to know that.
You remember these things that you blow up and they have
Great.
sand on the bottom?
Oh, the punching bag.
The punching bag.
You'll give your punching
Well, you
bag.
put the guy's face on that.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that's it. Just
And
whale
you
on
do
it.
that online.
There you go. That'd be good.
You know.
But it was fun.
Show
I
them
mean-
how well, you know, it's-
But I mean, just like Ford was mentioning, though, it's such a unique schedule. You go to different cars at different racetracks. You're racing against guys who are, from this
Anywhere,
journalist that
right?
won
Anywhere in
won
the world,
outlet.
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
To Kyle Busch.
Perfect.
You have such a unique mix of drivers that it's a lot of fun. It's a great group of people.
Good.
Hopefully, I can rekindle the luck I had last season with the 2 wins and come back.
Good deal.
So while we're talking iRacing, we would like to make an announcement tonight. Pub Table Racers is getting involved in the iRacing venture. We are, as of tonight, we are sponsoring Elaine Hughes. She is the financial controller at Rickware Racing. She also, back in the day, raced Legends cars. She has a championship at Concord in 1999. She raced street stocks, late models. She's been iRacing for a past year. She has an incredible setup. She sent me pictures of it. And she currently races in the Iron Thunder Racing League and the Ring Around the Roadies
Yes.
League. So maybe, if she's lucky, maybe she could get into some racing with you guys on Monday night. But we are a sponsor of that as of last week, so we'll have pictures up tomorrow of the car. So we are a sponsor, Warren, of an iRacing car.
Yeah, and another buddy of mine at Penske,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Clint,
Yeah.
Clint Leatherwood.
Yeah.
He just asked me if he could put our
Logo.
logo on his car.
Yeah.
I said absolutely, no problem.
Right?
And I'm not sure what leagues he races
Okay,
in.
that's fine. We'll figure it
But
out.
yeah,
We'll definitely give him some.
You're gonna see it on the. I don't know if he races on yours. He races on one that is in Australia and
Really?
everywhere else, and yeah, he's in a few. So yeah, we just go ahead, put it on the
Yeah.
car.
You mean the logo that's on
Have
our
fun.
tumblers and hats and
The
t-shirts?
logo
that
that's
are
on our tumblers, hats, and T-shirts that is all for sale, and he's gonna take.
on our website under merchandise. The holidays are coming.
What he's gonna do is like, so he takes a Rusty Wallace paint scheme or
Yeah.
a Joey Logano
Okay.
paint scheme because he's a Penske guy, and he'll put our logo.
Ooh.
He'll blend it into that paint scheme.
Yeah.
He does.
Very good.
He's kind of. I think he's better at making his paint schemes than he is at driving, but he's a good dude. And I said, do whatever you want with it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, who are we to say no? We don't hurt anybody's feelings.
Right.
It's good. So where do you see this? Oh, look for Ryan. Do you think the iRacing helps you when you get in the actual Xfinity car?
It's a big deal.
Okay.
You know, especially now that we don't have the practice or qualifying.
Oh, yeah,
That's going to
sure.
be the case at a majority of the races this year. Personally, I love the whole show up and race thing. You know, I would like a little bit of practice, but frankly, it's been honestly made the weekends go much better. But you know, when you go to these tracks for the first time, I mean, every race we went to this year, I went to for my first time. I got my first mile and a half this year for Super Speedway. Never experienced any of it. So when you go to these tracks, you got to get your sight lines down. You know, you're not going to understand the feel of a car from iRacing because you're,
Right.
you know, you're just on a computer. But it'll definitely help you get kind of like the visuals as to where you need to be, and that's
Right.
probably the biggest tool that I would say.
You're
has
turning
helped me.
and stuff and things
Yeah,
like that.
especially on road courses.
And pit road.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah. Big time.
Okay.
I need to work on that.
Well, that's good. So Monday Night Racing thing's taking off. That's good. And where do you go from there? Where you said get it on television and build it up that way?
Yeah, that's the plan. Obviously, we've already announced. Well, I think I announced on a podcast last week that we're going to have a season 3 next year, and we're going to try and do whatever we can do to grow it and get it
Good.
bigger. And I know we've had a lot of guys like Parker Klergerman and Chad Reed and Kyle have already offered, like, hey, let's try to do this, we'll try to do this, and try to do that. And obviously, we want to listen to them, and because those guys can really vouch to have it, get it on TV or something.
Good.
Right.
And that's what we want to have. We want to grow. Esports right now is, like I said a little bit ago, just esports is the way where you want to grow it, especially now with North Carolina now being stricter stay-at-home laws.
gotta be on
You'd
my-
like, you think there'd be like an esports channel, right? Or
Totally. Like just
you
like
know
a
what I
whole,
mean?
like that's all
Or on
they do.
Apple or on
They-
Ruko
they
or one of
rotate
them.
them around
There'd be
like different-
esports.
Yeah, with different
Hey, I'm
sports.
gonna watch. You know,
Maybe we should start that.
There you go.
I just gave
Well,
some.
we
of
will
my
be on
ideas.
your esports channel, but luckily we have a great partner with Podium, and Podium
Okay.
Esports does a fantastic job, and I tell you, they make the race look as realistic as possible, and
Yeah.
it's pretty unbelievable how they do it. As far as like the graphics they have, I mean, you would think it's an actual real life race as far as the graphics they run. It's pretty unbelievable
That's
how.
what
how
Oh,
they
I've
do it.
seen
That's
some
what we
clips.
use for
Yeah.
eTrucknet.
Yep.
We use them for both of them.
In the highlights that I've seen, I'm like, oh, that's iRacing, and you're like, because it's so realistic, and so and the technology and the graphics and that goes into it. It's not just back to the old days when you had that little IndyCar racer and
Pong.
Yeah.
type thing. That was your whole
Exactly,
race.
exactly.
That's good.
And that's just really done. Just Podium's done a big part of it.
Good.
Tough Go Flooring, Bryant Shop Technology,
Tough
Big
Go.
Green Egg, Carlisle Tools in Napa. All those
Mm-hmm.
guys have come on and they've really helped grow the league and get it bigger. So if you're looking for be part of a league that has guys like Kyle Busch in it, please
Sure.
call us up. We're at Monday Night Racing, short for Monday, for Monday Night Racing on Twitter. So.
Okay.
But it's gotten big. I mean, we're talking about as far as guys like Dave Moody. I know we're close, but getting this week with Jerry Punch. to
Oh my
broadcast
gosh.
our
That would be
races
awesome.
That'd be
on
really
Monday.
That'd be really
Jeez,
cool.
I tune in just for that alone.
Right. He is
Yeah,
a
so-
doctor.
Just to hear him. He is a
Dr.
doctor.
Jerry Punch.
He is a legit doctor, and damn good at what he does on both fields. It's 9:30. You good? I want to make sure you're not.
I'm probably gonna. I think
Okay,
I
so
gotta,
we're
gonna
I
let
gotta
you
get
stay.
some- gotta get some work
I'll
done.
get up so you can get out.
I came for the beer, so
Yeah. You had one.
One
One and done?
on
Right.
Monday.
Yeah.
Ford.
We'll get you. Take the
Good
chance
job.
right on there.
All right.
Ryan,
Man, it's always good to see you, brother. Thank you
Yeah,
for
you
coming.
too. Thank
All
you.
right.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Let's do it again, maybe.
We'll see you Monday night.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
See you guys.
See ya.
Awesome. That's amazing.
All right, Ford Martin, ladies and gentlemen,
Fort Blue.
the legend to be.
Set him up. You have a parting gift on the way out.
Tell my wife to give you some cookies. Snickerdoodles.
That's awesome. All right, so we've done that. We covered the iRacing. We're sponsoring Lane Hughes. We're involved. We also have
Clint.
Clint. So,
Leatherman.
so our logo is getting out in the iRacing world, which I think is kind of neat.
Yeah.
When we started this, we didn't even think about things like that. So Ryan, you're now with us. So let's talk about you now. You come from in California? right?
La Mirada, California.
Gotcha.
So just about in Orange County.
Okay, and you started out your racing career.
Bandoleros. Racing over at the Las Vegas Bull Ring,
Mhm.
Irwindale, Kern County, all over.
What? Okay, let's go back. What spurred your interest? What got you interested to be racing?
So I grew up. I was a Speed Channel kid. I grew up watching Speed Channel.
Nice.
I loved. And initially, I was actually a big Monster Jam fan. Monster
Okay.
trucks.
Okay.
I love Grey
Well,
Beer. I was a big Gravedigger fan. I used to go to all the shows in
Big noise, big tires, big horsepower.
Crushing cars is
Right.
awesome. I mean, I still.
I'm crushing beer.
I'm still wanting to drive a monster truck to this day. But
You never know.
it's I've always liked cars.
When you're famous, I'll build you one.
perfect, let's do it.
He's on his way. We'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah.
But well, I used to go to all the races. I'd wake up in the morning like at 5 a.m. to catch the Rolex when it was going on. Like I'd watch any racing that was on TV. I just loved cars. Anything with 4 wheels and a motor was what I liked.
Good.
And I tried baseball. I tried basketball. I tried football. I sucked at all of it. I was terrible. I cannot throw a ball. I cannot catch a ball.
Can we talk about something real quick?
Yeah.
You're how tall?
5'6".
Me too.
Yeah.
And same here.
I was so bad. Like you know they have the same position in every sport. It's called bench.
Bench.
And
Yeah,
that's what I
nice.
played.
Or you're too short to play.
Yeah.
Sit over there.
Yeah.
Bench.
My athletic ability always led to the announcer's booth. I noticed, tried out for basketball, announcer, swim team, announcer. So yeah, I noticed quickly. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, so you
But
started.
anyways, race car drivers, most of the good ones are
Short.
rather
Fine. Yeah, okay, that's good.
limited in stature.
Limited.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah. So you started out with the Bandoleros,
Yes.
and how'd you do that?
Yeah, we started off with no experience. My dad is a construction worker. My mom's an elementary school teacher. None of us had any background in racing. We didn't even know what we were getting into. We showed up and the toe was out like three quarters of an inch. We didn't know what we
You
were
had no idea.
But from when we started at the beginning of 2012 to when I stopped racing Bandoleros in 2014, we ended up capturing 3 state championships in a row.
Wow.
Won over 60 races.
Good for you.
Tied for the national title. And now my dad, to this day, still sets up cars that have 3 national titles. And I mean, I think he has 9 track records.
Really?
It's
That's
insane.
good.
So when you say that, what I think of is that your dad is a construction worker. So he's a hands-on guy. Though.
Very.
He's a very hands-on guy. So when he runs into a problem, he's a problem solver and he fixes stuff because he's hands-on. He's a construction worker, and that's what people who work with their hands do.
Yeah.
So I'll just say that you don't always have to be. Most of us are kind of engineers,
Mhm.
and he probably figures
Right.
stuff out really good,
Oh,
and that's what makes true. That's what Dick Trickle did. That's what I mean, you go back to these guys back in the day. They were engineers. They were hands-on guys that problem solve and fix stuff.
And that's something that my dad kind of like tried to instill in me too, and I still use it to this day. Like he told me, if you're around, people who are working on your car, you better offer a hand.
Yep.
He tells me that
Good
all the
for
time.
you.
And that's to this day. I still go to the JD shop, and if they need hands on something, I'll hop in.
Right.
And like I became an interior guy for a couple days at JD. It was
Perfect.
fun.
It's your interior, though, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
perfect.
Well,
So
actually,
if the steering wheel's not in the right
I
spot,
had
you
to
don't
hop
fall.
in Colby Howard's car to take out his
Yeah?
toolbox one
Okay.
time.
Okay.
But it's
You got all your digits? Still got all your fingers?
yeah, we're good. We're
All
good.
right.
They're not very long, but
You're on the wheel.
it's
All right.
I enjoy it.
So you went from, let's back up, we kind of got it.
Yeah.
So you went from, you're in California, then how did you end up here? How did you end up in,
Yeah, so in late 2017, I went to the Drive for Diversity program. I went to the combine and made the team. We were the fastest car at the combine.
Huh.
The media portion was a lot of fun. I love doing this. I love talking.
Yeah.
I love being in front of the
Good.
camera.
You seem
Do it.
kind of shy.
Yeah, but the physical portion, they test you on all that stuff, and we made the team. And so midway through my junior year of high
You
school,
didn't have to dunk a basketball. So
I did. So that was a good thing.
I mean, me either. Don't worry.
But when I was 17, midway through my junior year of high school, I packed it up and left. Moved out to North Carolina to live on my own.
On your own.
And yeah,
Wow.
and my dad came out with me for a few months, but then
All
he
right.
moved back. So it was just me living in an apartment, working to pay rent and stuff like that, and it was definitely a culture shock. But it's one of those things where it's like you move across the country to chase something, you're gonna keep chasing it.
Yeah, because you're cross country.
Mhm.
Yeah, good for you, man.
So I'll bring this up to you because when I wasn't 17, I was 30. But I left a really good job in Milwaukee to come here. And when I got here, the first 3 months I was like, oh man, I made the biggest mistake of my
Yeah.
life.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? This isn't gonna, I'm not gonna make it. This isn't gonna go. But you kind of, you know, you don't want to go back home with your tail between your legs. So you're kind of like, I'm going to do this.
Speaking of tails,
Which you don't have one.
see.
Ford left the door.
Oh,
open.
yeah.
Before I left the room. I see.
At any rate,
Good.
what I'm getting at
Dogs
is
in the
that
house.
you kind of have to just dig in
Right.
and decide if this is what you want to do and go for it. And like you're fine
yeah.
now.
And I'll tell you this. I'll kind of go on a little tangent, but like at the end of 2018, you know, my current my current ride at at Rev at the time, Rev Racing, you know, they had to make the change going from 3 to 2 cars, which was understandable. It's just something that they got to do.
So you're the odd man out.
I was the odd man out.
Which left you where? Just
But that all right.
okay.
What
year was that?
So it was November of 2018. So I got the word of it, and you know, when you're that late into the off season,
Yeah.
you know, all the rides are taken.
Pretty
all the
much.
rides are taken. All the sponsors are pretty much sold. So I was just kind of left, you know, with not an idea. And I'll tell you, that was probably one of the most difficult times. For
And you're
me.
18 years old.
Yeah, I just turned 18.
And you
so at the time,
and you had no idea what's going on with
yeah.
the,
And on the top of that too, I had a lot of personal things going on. You know, my grandmother, she got diagnosed with breast cancer at the time and stuff like that. So it was not an easy time. But
for you to be here by yourself. Right?
yeah, but that kind of goes back to where it's like you get through all that stuff and you have to, you know, reevaluate all your steps. You have to learn a lot about yourself as to what your mentality
And
is.
also grow up pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I had to worry about rent now. I had to worry about all this stuff, and luckily, I found a sponsorship to go run late models, which doesn't happen.
Right.
It was a 5-race deal on the West Coast with Alec Martinez Racing,
Got it.
which is the same guy who bought my old late model.
Okay.
We went out there,
Full circle.
I spent 4 months out of a race car without any idea as to when my next race would be. My first race in this car we won.
You did. Very good.
And from there, that one race sponsorship turned into, I believe it was 22 of the 30 races I ran were completely funded.
Nice. Very nice.
So
Very
it was a lot of fun.
So then you come back here,
Mhm.
and you hook up with JD Motorsports.
Yes.
So how did that come together? Because now we're going to get to the big TikTok.
Yeah.
The big TikTok.
More
of that.
of the explosion.
Yeah.
Right.
I spent, so there's 2 people that have been really big helps for me in my career. Jefferson Hodges over at
Yes.
Penske, and Mike Davis over at Junior Motorsports.
Good.
I've been talking to Jefferson since I was at Rev, and continue to talk to him to this day. He's been probably one of the biggest helps for my career, and he's pointed me in a lot of the right directions. He's the one who pointed me to JD.
Yep.
But I also mentioned Mike Davis. I went in January of 2019. I went to Junior Motorsports because I met Mike at the beginning of 2018. Gave him my card and continued to kind of keep contact with that. I sat down in his office and I said, I am not here to ask for a ride. I said, I am not here to ask for a ride. I want to know, what do you want out of a driver? What do you look for in a driver?
If you were to hire someone.
If you were to hire
Got
someone. Because I
That's
don't
a
have
good
money.
question. Yeah.
I don't have money to bring here. I don't
Right.
have money to fund a racing career.
That's
What do
as
you
honest
think
as
I
you
need
can
to
be
do?
right there.
What do I need to do?
Yeah.
And he said, be present, work hard, and drive as much as you can.
Yeah. And get in anything you can.
And that's why that year I ran 30 late model races.
Yeah.
And Jefferson was one of the big advocates. He said, go talk to Johnny. And sure enough, we worked. I went and sat down in the meeting. I don't have any marketing people. I just went in and sat down and talked to Johnny Davis, which was intimidating as all heck.
He's a big guy. But he's a teddy bear, and he's nice as can be.
Oh, my goodness.
And he is just salt of the earth, good old racer. And he started just like you.
Yep.
Started out as a
Right.
crew member, started his team, and now he's
And to somebody's, you get with the right person, and passion means a lot
Yes.
when it comes to this sport. And I mean, we all know that you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have the passion to do this, you're never gonna make it. First of all, you got to have the passion and the drive and 100. You have to give 150%.
Always.
Real quick,
yeah.
Anybody have any questions here? This is the time to ask them. Ryan Vargas is here, number 6 TikTok driver, JD Motorsports Xfinity Series. We've heard his story, but if you have any questions, Now's the time to ask them.
Only 20 now.
I see some of you guys having
having one for
side conversations here. Yeah. So you can do those, but if anyone wants to ask any questions, we'll pick them up. You guys you get your own chat room there. Jamie, who else? Jamie, Apple. You're turning this into your own little love fest there. So anyhow, any questions for our guest?
Yeah.
A NASCAR Xfinity Series driver, TikTok sponsorship. Right. We will take these. There we go.
Yeah.
You want to talk amongst yourselves?
Go talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Or we'll tell Santa, we need it.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to JD, Johnny Davis, JD Motorsports with Gary Keller.
Yeah, and I go in there, I talk with him, I talk with Brian Berry, who's another,
Yep.
he's been another big supporter of my racing.
Good.
Since I've moved over there. And I go to Iowa. That was my first race, Iowa Speedway.
Good one to start at. Yep.
And that was where I felt the most confident. We had a top 3 race in the K&N car there until we had an entire tailpipe go through the nose.
Yeah,
Someone else's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like your tailpipe didn't come on.
Yeah, no. But
he's gonna try really hard to do that.
Right. Someone else's junk fell apart. We ran over it.
yeah, basically.
That's how it goes in that.
Right.
we go to Iowa, and I go in there. I'm scared out of my mind. I mean, I'm not scared out of my mind as in like
Right.
speed, but I'm like the last time I was in a big time stock car, I lost my red.
Right.
The last time I drove a NASCAR
You weren't scared.
stock
You were
car.
nervous. Let's say.
Yeah.
But so
Yeah.
you lost your ride.
And so I'm like, what if this just doesn't work? Like, if I go here, I know I tried, and we'll see how that goes.
Right.
Right.
Sure enough, we go to Iowa, run inside the top 15, finish 17th.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I remember hearing Johnny Davis come over the radio and say that I did that was
Good.
spectacular. And
Good.
right away, that was like, okay,
Perfect. I'm
we
good.
got something here.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I ran 3 races in 2019. This year ran 9.
9, yeah.
And that was just steady progression.
But you got your first top 10
Yes.
at Texas,
Yeah.
8th place finish.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's part of the progression.
Yes.
Good.
Big time.
So the question that we're getting, because
Yeah.
you got this little company called TikTok.
Yeah. Might have heard of him.
Might have heard of them. How the hell did that come about?
Yeah.
How did Ryan Vargas
Land.
land TikTok? And I don't
Oh,
mean
yeah.
that like little. I mean,
No,
I mean,
no.
I'm like,
I know.
God bless you, because
Yeah.
like, I don't know when to catch you. Got one. Got one.
Yeah,
Like the
it's-
whole boat was watching you, and you reeled that one in.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Trust me, I felt like the eyeball of every marketing
Oh,
person
you
in
should
North
have. You
Carolina
should
would
have.
start staring at me.
Even announcers, media people. But
Yeah.
go ahead. So tell us that story.
You know what I think's cool about it is, there's probably some marketing people that went,
I'm just gonna call them.
Yeah. So the way it worked out actually is it's almost like it's chance. Yeah. But so it started off as this. My buddy Ryan Pistano, who's a very talented graphic designer himself. I know a lot of graphic designer, but I don't know how. I just do. But he knew that I was a big TikTok user. I hung out with him in the past, and I told him, dude, I love this app. I'm on here all the time. I'm on here all
Right.
day. And just out of the blue, he puts on Twitter. He made a iRacing paint scheme of my JD car with TikTok on it.
Okay, got it. Yep.
And so it was like, oh man, that's cool. Like that'll never happen. So it ends up getting a little bit of traction. Gets a couple hundred likes, a couple dozen retweets, and so on and so forth. That was like the extent of what we thought.
Right.
I mean, I remember walking in the JD shop. I'm like, hey, look at this. This is cool, isn't it?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
look at me, I got a car.
Like, look at that. Someone made a TikTok team.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Badass.
Well, about a month and a half goes by. So that was in June, late June, about in mid-August. I get a call from some of the people at NASCAR, and they said, hey, our contacts over at TikTok, they want to talk to you.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And so, from there, I just kind of get in touch with them. Initially, I pitched to them. I said, hey, let's.
You pitched to the spot. You pitched to TikTok.
Yeah.
You did.
You alone. With
Um,
no help.
You had
say
some help.
I had some
Okay,
help.
but-
I don't have any marketing.
You made the call.
Yes.
You don't have any
Ryan
marketing
Vargas.
help
Ryan,
yet.
Yeah.
Ryan Vargas. I saw what you did there. Yeah, you did a.
But,
you out there, kid.
It's
Look at his hair.
so I do. But
Okay, go
I'm on
ahead.
the call and we're talking about Talladega. I say Talladega, that's a race we can go. We can go there and try to win. Realistically.
Right.
And so after the phone call, it it kind of started talking as like, well, you know, we like. Obviously, you're very well spoken, but they like how we talked. And they said, well, what if we looked at doing something else? And I'm like, doing something more. I'm like, okay, like so let's look a little bit more. Let's talk about what we can do. And so that one race proposal turned into finishing the season.
Wow.
With TikTok as the primary sponsor.
Very nice.
Good job.
And
Yes,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Kudos to you.
It was a huge thing, and I know I'm not the biggest TikTok creator. I know I'm not, but I've used TikTok as such a big tool to reach new fans. You know, you think of TikTok, you don't think of NASCAR.
No.
And now you do.
Yep. They have a huge presence.
It's you know, it's a new market. It's a totally new group of potential race fans.
Yep.
That was my thought going into it, and now I'm at 130,000 followers.
Very
you know,
nice.
they're-
That's nice.
Just so you know, the Pub Table Racers page is at 67. So we're getting there.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
67.
67, like
Yeah.
6, 7.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not 6,700.
No, 6, 7. 6, 7, yeah. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna have to start doing.
So if you were, but we're not doing silly like whatever. But
I'm gonna start.
so we're gonna talk to you. If you can give us a little mention. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
No,
So
but-
TikTok comes on, and you have all the eyes on you, and you nail this deal. And one race deal turned into let's finish the season.
Yeah, and it, you know, a lot of people like when they first see it, they're like, first of all, why Ryan Vargas? Second of all, why JD Motorsports?
Right.
Why in the Xfinity Series? And
Yeah.
the way it worked out was almost perfect. It's you look at it, it's myself. TikTok represents an opportunity for a lot of people, and this isn't something that I've been told.
True.
This is something that I've kind of like thought about a lot. TikTok represents an opportunity for a lot of people to kind of make a name.
And the little guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to make a presence.
Yes.
You look at the most followed creator on the platform, Charlie D'Amelio. She has over 100 million followers, which is insane to me.
Sure.
But nobody knew who she was prior to TikTok.
Right. And the
And
money,
so-
they're making good money because a product will come in and say, hey, how much for a mention? Or if you go, hey, this is our drink product.
Right.
Here. And it's insane. They're paying like 10, 50,000 for something.
Because it turns into advertising.
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that the followers see it. So Ryan Vargas goes, hey, I'm just going to use it. Look,
Yeah.
I'm drinking RC Cola. now."
Right.
Yeah.
And RC
A
Cola.
Bang or a-
yeah, then Bangs have been a
Oh,
big
yeah.
one.
Right.
So you
I drink
know, and you
those.
jumped on board. Yeah.
Well, I know you drink a Bang because my kids are 18. They drink
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, TikTok, in my opinion, represents an opportunity.
Yep.
You look at, an opportunity to make a name. You look at, myself. I'm not the biggest name in NASCAR. I'm far from it. And I say it all the time.
I'm gonna say it like this: yet.
Yeah.
One day. But,
All right.
Yeah.
Not gonna pub table,
Um,
baby.
Right, that's it. Yeah.
You look at how it kind of came together. JD Motorsports, we're an underfunded team. We're a small team.
Yeah.
We need sponsorship. You look at me, who has had I don't have family backing. I don't have some corporation behind me that's funded me my entire career. I've had to find my way here.
Right.
You have.
You're gonna have to do it like this guy behind us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like this.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna say it like that.
Every lap.
Now, just to respect our fans because they're touchy about this, but obviously you're not him yet.
No, far from it.
Well, don't sell yourself short and don't ever say you can't be him. But you keep digging, you keep working, you keep doing what you're doing, and you could be him. Because here's what I say about this: not all the guys with all the money always have all the talent.
Right.
I've always said when it started going that way that one of these guys is sitting in the stands because he can't afford to go racing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone with the talent might not be able to make it because of what
How many
things work.
How many track champions work in the garage?
Yeah.
How many?
A lot.
A lot. That's so.
My crew chief last year for a couple races, Mark Setzer, Hickory Motor Speedway track champion.
Yeah.
He's known as crew chief.
You look at everything that goes into it. You have to make it a team effort, and that's what that's what made this whole deal really cool. It benefited JD immensely, and benefited myself immensely, and it benefited TikTok immensely. They now have a presence in the sport of NASCAR, which is something that makes me very happy because it means I did my job.
Right.
But
NASCAR has a TikTok page,
yes,
so they participate.
and they've been
And other drivers have doing things, and like a lot of the short track teams
Yep.
are in on that too. So.
Lee Falk Racing,
Yep.
my old Lincoln team, they have a TikTok.
Yeah.
I worked on their stuff for a little bit. It's such a unique partnership. It's meshed super well. The folks at TikTok have been super understanding and quick learners.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
we got that 8th place at Texas, it's
won.
they not only did we win, but TikTok understood it.
Right.
Understood it.
How
Understood.
big it was.
It's
They
big,
understood how
yeah.
big that is for a
Yeah.
driver
Right.
like myself and for JD.
Absolutely.
They knew, and they felt like they had helped build that,
Sure.
which they did. In all honesty,
yeah.
they helped us have
It's-
tires, the right equipment, the pit crew,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Good.
That stuff goes so far.
And Johnny is smart enough to know that if they're going to invest in the team, he's going to
He's gonna
invest
put it
that
back in-
right into the car.
Yeah,
So
and
he
into
knows.
you.
He knows that how important it is for all of them to.
Oh yeah.
Because now if you do well with that, and now other sponsors go, well, they have the capability
Mhm.
to do better. So if we jump on
Right.
board with them,
And like I said, okay, the next thing you know, he's doing a TikTok video with a Bang,
right?
the drink,
Right.
and now Bang is on his TikTok
Sure.
video,
It's
and
like, hey, look-
you're getting double exposure. What 150,000 or 20,000
Oh,
people are
Sure.
watching that, and it's on the car on
Right.
TV. So boom,
Oh, yeah.
it's a win-win situation.
Always. It has to be. That's the only way to make a partnership work.
Right.
So you enjoyed it. You enjoyed the whole thing, and your name went from Ryan Vargas to Ryan Vargas, the NASCAR TikTok driver.
Yeah.
And you've done some pretty clever things on there. I've seen
Oh, yeah.
some of your uniform changes, and you have the personality. Now that I sit here with you, I see it's not just doing the TikTok. You have it, and you have the drive and determination. So
No,
I think you're going to do well.
of course. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
No, I
It's-
mean that.
You know, when you come, I've said this in other interviews in the past, but when you come so close to losing everything,
Yeah.
and you somehow, by the skin of your teeth,
Mm-hmm.
manage to get out of that,
Right?
Yeah. And get this
you
opportunity.
I never want to go back to where I was in November
Right.
of 2018.
But you
Never.
know what? You know you've been there. You know you can get out yourself out of it.
Exactly.
So sometimes it might happen.
I'm gonna give you some advice when we turn this off.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So tonight, any quick questions while we're doing the something different here tonight? Ryan's sitting here. He's this is your opportunity. Ask your questions away. Some of you guys are still having sidebar conversation. Some people don't listen. You know, whatever.
Yeah, we don't.
So
I'm happy Ryan's here. It's all.
Oh yeah.
no, it's great.
This is really good. I
So-
like this.
Part of our show, as we said this from the beginning, we're here.
Unsung heroes.
The unsung heroes, the unsung stars, the people that don't get the recognition. So, for you to like, it took a couple of weeks. You know, we had work schedules.
Right.
So when we agreed today, I was like, or yesterday, I was like, good, because I was
This
holding.
kid's the next Kevin Harvick.
Yeah. It'd be nice.
I'll
You can
continue
knock
knocking
it.
on
You
wood.
can knock on the pub table.
Right.
Yeah.
So, any questions?
Drive
Bring them in.
determination.
Yep. Okay, so usually we do the 1 week challenge at the end of the show, towards the end. But for being Christmas, Warren had a great idea. He goes, let's skip the wings, let's give the chickens a break.
Yeah.
So now we're doing what are we doing? Cookies.
Look at that.
So look at
Crisp-
this. These are
Christmas
labeled.
cookies.
So we, oh my god, cranberry pecan oatmeal cookies.
That,
And
that
those are
sounds
snickerdoodles.
incredible. That sounds incredible.
Right.
Well,
So
I don't have cookies and beer, so I'm
gonna
gonna leave these to you
That's
guys.
fine.
Do I
You get one of
take
each.
So
Yeah,
you take a bite.
absolutely.
You take a bite, and then you would do a critique.
Now-
of it.
So I'm a firm believer that the oatmeal cookie doesn't get its due justice
Because why?
because it's delicious.
I love the
It's-
oatmeal.
it's
When
good
I'm
for
not
you.
drinking beer, I love oatmeal
Yeah.
cookies with
So-
my bourbon coffee.
Thank you so much.
Now,
Oh, wait a minute.
these are made by the neighbors. Someone, I don't know
Oh, they
which
are?
neighbor lady made these.
You didn't
I know
make
which.
Okay.
I'm about to say I can imagine you making these.
Warren's a good cook.
I am a pretty good
He's,
cook.
yeah, he's
Got
pretty
apron?
good.
I do.
What's it say?
When you pull it up. You know that one,
Next
don't you?
question, yeah. You know
'Cause
what?
I'm the cook.
These are pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
one of the neighbor ladies made those. My wife made the snickerdoodles.
Oh, I got like a chip of like brown sugar in it right there. I just had like
A good, I like those little
sugar
chunks.
rush.
So
No, it's
so
like a little flavor ball.
how do we like rate it's
All right, so 1 to 5.
first? Oh, 1 to
1 to
5.
5,
One to
and
five.
you can do,
You
and you
say
can do
what
like
that cookie
3.2,
is.
4.6.
And
Yeah.
I'll give a shout out to whatever lady made those
Yeah.
in the
Um,
neighborhood.
3.8.
I was going to say
3.8 on
3.8.
the cranberry oatmeal.
Okay.
3.8.
We got a question. Where do you see your career going from here? From Alex Wood, who's been pretty active tonight.
Hopefully one day later on down the road, racing in the NASCAR Cup Series. I mean, that's everyone's goal. That's my goal.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's kind of a funny story. I remember in 2013 I did an interview, and the interviewer asked what my dream was.
Yep.
And I said my dream is to race at Daytona. I didn't care what it was. I didn't care if it was a spec Miata.
Mhm.
I didn't care if it was a cup car. I didn't care if it was whatever. I wanted to race Daytona. And hopefully one day I get to race Daytona, but later on in the future I want to race Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, are you good to go for Daytona this year coming up?
We're working on it.
Okay.
Working on it.
You got to do another.
I got to do a couple TikToks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm going to cleanse my palate. Next cookie's the...
That is the Snickerdoodle made by Kim Brazel.
Oh, I see. See, she also got us with the chocolate chips.
Oh, so these
Ooh,
are
she stuck some chocolate
yeah,
chips.
Ooh.
these are really
Yeah.
good. I had one of these last night before I went to bed
Sure.
during the
Okay.
Bills game. It was so
Okay.
boring because they were kicking their butt.
The Bills game last night was quite nice.
A little bit of crunch.
Okay.
Oh, see, he's critiquing it.
The
all.
texture was pretty solid. See, well, what people don't know is I have my own rating series. I have the Nugget reviews.
The what?
The Nugget reviews.
What's that?
Nugget.
Chicken nuggets.
Oh.
And it's kind of like this.
All right.
It's podcast style. It's me with another racer
Right.
or a member of NASCAR.
So we do a ring. We usually do a wing review.
Right.
We've done some. We can call them nugget reviews. We call them boneless.
Right.
Yeah.
Once. Nope.
Boneless,
Okay.
When we have you on again, we'll do something.
all boneless wings are chicken nuggets, but not all chicken nuggets are boneless wings.
True story.
True,
True, very true story.
because
Ooh, that was deep.
some
I'll
of
make
Okay. Yeah.
some of the boneless wings are actually like
No.
real breast chunks, real chicken, not just a smashed up.
Since this is a cookie, I'm not doing just one bite. I'm doing the whole cookie. So Kim made these
This is a 4-2.
4-3.
Yeah,
taste,
yeah, she-
flavor.
If it was softer,
Yeah.
it'd be a 4-6.
So-
you gotta walk by Kim on the way out to that, right?
So you know how some snickerdoodles are like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you know, but I asked. I said, "Are them going to be soft
Right.
in the middle?" She says, "Kind of."
Okay.
So
It's kind of.
they're kind of. They're not the like
No,
No,
it's
snappy,
I got two.
crunchy snickerdoodles.
I feel like a 4 rate. I feel like a 4
Perfect.
rating means it's an exquisite.
Perfect. That's a good.
I think that's a 4.
Yeah.
That's a good
We're-
cookie.
I gave it a 4-2.
We're pretty close.
That's
We're pretty close.
that's an exquisite.
Yeah,
rating.
you're
Okay.
fine.
We're gonna wrap up here. It's top of the hour. I heard the clock. Martinsville clock. Hey, thanks for coming on.
Oh, yeah.
You're a great young man. I think
Yes,
you well.
absolutely.
I like your determination. I like your attitude, and just keep being real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like everything about you.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So you've got.
I like the fact you come. I don't mean it's in a. I like the fact you come from nothing and you're doing what you're doing
Right.
and you're doing what you love,
Right.
and hopefully you can keep doing it for a long time.
Thank you.
And I think with your attitude and your determination,
and charisma.
you will absolutely.
No, I mean that because the sponsors are like, oh, this is good with this guy, and you might not get top 10s all the time.
Right.
If you're winning in the boardroom and on the shelf selling product, then you're winning with them. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good.
No, it's
Okay.
good fun.
Well, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it coming on. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
Thank you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
And with that, we will say goodnight, and we'll let you know who's going to be on next week. Watch for an announcement tomorrow. We're kind of looking forward to this one, and it'll be pretty cool. So, shall we?
Shall we?
Good night, Dave.
Good night,
Yeah.
Dick.
There you
We
go.
always
Yeah.
say good night, Dick.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week, and look for something tomorrow from us. Wow. Hey, another great show.
Great
Thank you
show.
so much, everybody,
Yeah,
for tuning
enjoyed
in.
it.
We appreciate it. We do this every Tuesday night, and Warren, I think the guests we've had have been fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And the people that are following us, we appreciate it. We're reaching 42,000 people a month. Can you believe that? And we appreciate you watching. And
Right. We're having fun. Hope everybody else enjoys it.
that's it. And it's just a fun show. Bucket of beer, guys sitting around talking about it. So keep tuning in. We appreciate it. Check out our store and everything. But we appreciate you people, and we will see you next week, right, my friend?
Yes, sir.
All right. See you next week.